In society today, we are being attacked constantly with inauthentic conversations. Fakeness, trying to look cool, trying to be somebody we're not. That is why the Damn Dude podcast is here to have the authentic conversations that need to be had in a way that will make you think and say, Damn Dude.
What up, everybody? What is good? Welcome to the Damn Dude podcast.
Damn Dude.
This is season 3, episode 69. Boom, chicka, wow, wow. Just kidding. What up, you guys? Welcome to the show, you guys. I am your host, California Cal, and I am the host of this show. I'm nobody special. I'm just the vehicle for the messages to get delivered through. And I do this to help create a legacy for my family. So my kids, and so on, can know who and where their family comes from, and at least have some sort of documentation, evidence, something to listen to, something to reflect on, and understand why they are the way they are. Because wouldn't you love to have some sort of recordings of your great grandfather or grandmother speaking on behalf of life and different things like that? Like, you know, I think it's a really cool thing when we can document these sorts of things and really create that for our legacy ourselves, our future, our history, right? So that's why we do this. Welcome to the show, you guys. This is a show where we have the conversations that need to be had in a way that'll make you think and say, damn, dude.
Damn, dude.
The show exists to help educate, entertain, and make an impact on the different contexts and perspectives that we have in life. Because I've discovered, and I truly believe that the more access we have to different contexts and perspectives, the easier, smoother, and just cooler and flat out doper life is. Yeah, dig? So, welcome, you guys. Welcome. In a couple weeks here will be our 3-year anniversary on the 25th to be exact. And today, because I'm in California, I will say my daily pronouns today are Edward and Scissor Hand. So, if you do not address me as Edward and Scissor Hand, you, my friend, are a grade A racist, bigoted pig.
Damn, dude.
Yo, and the fucking pronoun thing is so funny, dude. Like, I will never not think it's funny, dude. Like, I don't know. It just, I mean, maybe, but it's funny for now. Anyways, man, you guys. So I just want to start off by saying, you guys, there are 24/7s in a week, and you better take the time to appreciate. Okay, I cannot get over this whole, all right, you guys, there's 24/7s in a week. It's just so funny, dude. Like, yeah, there's actually 7/24s in a week, but it's funny because it sounds like it makes sense to say, all right, there's 24/7s in a week. Get your shit together. Hustle. Grind. Da-da-da. So, yes. Anyways, I've just been really reflecting on this last year lately. And since I had listened to an episode, I keep saying last year, I keep saying last year and meaning 2022, not remembering that right now is 2024, and when I say last year, that actually means 2023. So, looking at where I was in December 2022, in January 2023, I cannot believe that I'm here now, that I was where I was at, and that I'm here now. Because the way shit was going, and how things are turning out. And despite me feeling like I've been doing worse than I have, well, let me rephrase that. I have been doing worse than I ever have financially, currently, and for the last little while. And I see that like this time, okay, I keep saying this time last year. When I say that, I mean December 2022. Was like, I was in a place where it's like, I need money. I'm just surviving this, that. And then like shit was falling apart. My work was falling apart. They were canceling my pool. I was getting overloaded with messages, just all these things. I couldn't keep up. I was getting overloaded, and it was like I reached a breaking point almost. And granted, like I never broke and like freaked the fuck out. I mean, I did freak out a couple times, but not like to the point where it's like I went too far and couldn't come back, right? Like I think I have pretty decent emotional intelligence. Actually, I'll give myself more credit than that. I think I have pretty good emotional intelligence in general because I practice, right? So when I look back at this last year, I'm like, fuck, man, like what have I been doing? I've created jack shit as far as my regular business that I've created and I run. Outside of that, though, I've created some amazing things. I've created amazing opportunities and circles of healing and ceremony and connection with people. This last year, I've really been redefining what family means to me. I've really been redefining the way I relate to myself and relate to my family. I've been redefining the way I relate to myself, my work, my time spent, my time allotment. For me personally, I would rather spend most of my time with my family. Now, I get that that can often be counter to making a lot of money, right? And creating a lot of things out in work. So that's where I'm like, okay, how can I create abundance in career and success? How can I create abundance in career and success and everything to do with that, which includes helping people, saving lives, providing peace of mind to families, etc., and still be the family man in the way that I want to be, to where I get to actually spend time with my kids, my lady, my people, right? Like, I want to be able to do that in a way where it's all harmonious. I'm not out for balance, work-life balance, I've spoken for a long time. You guys know I don't fuck with work-life balance. I'm more a fan of, all right, how can we create harmony in this entire situation? So within me, discovering deeper purpose in myself and in my role in society and life and humanity, what I can do to help heal people, to help protect and grow and raise a higher standard for myself and my community. Like, how do we raise the bar for all of us, right? And I think it has to do with connecting with the right people after getting ourselves in order. Because I'm at a point now where it's like, I've been doing the internal work, major. Like any PTSD shit from the streets, any PTSD shit from any of the traumas or whatever I've endured or seen or gone through, I'm at a very good understanding with a lot of it and have came to peace with the majority of these things. The only things that I'm like, okay, maybe I don't have peace around this, or this is areas or circumstances or instances where it was something that occurred in recent life that was painful, and maybe I'm unaware of how much baggage or weight is being moved forward with that. So as I go through and I look at things, and it's been really helpful to listen to myself speak a year ago, because I can hear the pain and I can hear the bullshit in everything that I'm saying. Then I can also hear the brilliance, the genius, the hope, the faith, the love in what I'm saying. So it's like in some of these things where I'm looking back and listening to myself, I'm like, damn, I was so full of shit. Or not full of shit, but just like going through shit, really, that it's like you could tell I was missing a big sense of peace and self, and I had a lot of, not a lot, but I was still like angry in ways, right? So I look at that and I'm like, okay, dude, well, how do I elevate myself to elevate my life lessons to then share that with all my motherfucking people, right? Because as I reflect on this last year, I'm like listening to myself and it's like, whoa, being able to hear my tone and inflections and everything is so much trippier when you're listening to it like it's a journal. It's like, imagine if your journal actually like read itself to you. That's what creating a podcast does.
Damn, dude.
Or documenting your talking or creating a vlog or a video or whatever, right? Like you're documenting in some fashion where you're speaking. And then that gives a better chance at your legacy, right? It gives your legacy a better chance to survive and continue and grow and carry on. And like for myself, I've always had this thing where I felt like I was going to be greater in my passing life than in my alive life. Now, I don't make that mean anything. I don't really care, this or that, whatever. But there's just some level of me where I'm like, I feel like a lot of shit I'm doing is going to blow up after the fact. Like on a whole nother level. Yes, it'll take its run and it'll blow up here and whatever. But it's like at the same time, I feel like there's just something within the authenticity of the show that will carry and transcend. And why I say these are timeless classics is because it's like, it doesn't matter what time frame you're listening to this. People will be able to relate in some fashion, or they'll be able to judge it in some fashion. They'll be able to analyze it in some fashion, right? So I was writing a note real quick. I'm like, okay, looking back and hearing myself speak back to myself through my own personal journal, so to say, I'm like, dude, I've been going through the motherfucking shits, dude. Like, if I look at December 2022, December 2021, like December 2021, I couldn't believe that was my life. More so January, let's say, because it was around Christmas and then January when I had all the shit crack off with my kids, my ex, the whole fucking thing, right? And it's phenomenal that I lived through that shit. It's phenomenal that I don't harbor anger. It's phenomenal that I don't harbor resentment. Like I was going to say I don't know how, but I do know how because I can feel the work and the areas where it's uncomfortable and me stepping into and leaning into that. So within that also, I want to say thank you to all my friends and family who have actively stuck by me or started fucking with me over the last couple years, because anybody that's stuck by me actively, they really fucking get it and see and understand the purpose and value and why I've been doing everything I've been up to. And I appreciate my friends and family who hold patience and space and tell me the truth and also encourage me when I'm fucking up or I'm on some bullshit or whatever. And it's like to have people to be able to keep me on the correct course while I'm going through the shits is absolutely invaluable. And I mean, I guess more so it's the most valuable, which would make it invaluable. It's beyond value, right? Like the love and the support that I've gotten from friends and family. And it's just unmatchable. Like now that I've gone through this in the way that I have with the people who've been there and supporting and helping grow and giving me good advice and helping steer me in the right direction, I fuck with that and I fuck with you guys. And like the people who've really stepped up and been here in the last like couple years and like really made it a point where I say something, it's like, man, shit's been fucked up. And people just go, ooh, yikes. Like I'm not fucking with those people so much. Like we could be cool, whatever, but we're not going to be spending time and doing this and then it's like, dude, if somebody's like, man, I've been going through the shit and you're just like, oh, that sucks, I'm sorry. It's like, that's not a real homie, dude. It's like if someone's like, man, it's been sucky, da da da. It's like, and they're not really gonna dive into your world. And it's like, I don't mean it's like, oh, like just let me sit here and fucking bitch and complain. But I more so mean it's like, all right, well, fuck, bro, I'm sorry to hear that. Like, so tell me about it. What are we gonna do? What's next? How can I support you? Da 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 da. Here's how you could do this. Oh, did you think about this? You consider this? Like, all of those lanes and avenues are what fucking supportive ass motherfuckers will do when you're going through the shit. So I can see how there's people I got mad love for, and they chose, it's like I chose all my own shit too. It's like, there's nothing wrong with any of it. It's more just like, damn, okay, you can see who's like in season with you, I guess. And it's like anybody that I've met over my lifetime, I got love for. I don't hate a single person on this planet. I don't hate a single thing on this planet. Sometimes I get the feeling of it, and I fucking think I do in the midst of certain shit cracking off. But overall, nah, I do not harbor hate. I got love. I love, 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 love. And at the same time, I'm very real, and I get that shit's just not sweet all the time. So when I come from this place of love, that includes the tough love, the hardships, the shit, right? It's like the shit. If you can love the shit in life, the shit that fucking hurts, the shit that's confusing, the shit that doesn't make sense, if you can learn to appreciate it, then shit gets transcended. And now we're moving on to higher planes of understanding and operating and success. So I look at this and I'm like, damn, I see how as I've gone through the journey, the mental health journey over the past fucking 20 years, it's had me to where I fucking hella care about money and like nothing else. Then it's had me not care about money at all and only care about people and humanity and community. And then it's like, then I'm shifting here and shifting. And it's like, okay, well, hold on a second. It's not all about money, and it's not all about being a fucking hippie or like, you know what I'm saying? Not doing nothing. It's like there's a happy medium to where my hippiness, my woo-ness, my spiritualness, my spirituality, and my business and my money and my relationships are all flowing and in sync. There's spirituality involved in my business. There's business. I don't want to say, saying this sounds weird, but business involved in my spirituality, more so meaning it's like I'm serious about my spirituality. I'm serious about this. I will take this and honor this bigger than a business. I will take this more seriously with more respect and reverence than I have for my own business, because God first. So it's like, all right, if I can if I can tune my spirituality that way, where that's always at the forefront of everything I'm doing. My, fucking meditating, reading, hosting ceremonies, whatever. Then to take that and put that into my business. And if I'm moving as a spiritual warrior amongst my business, then I'm good, right? Because then my business is being led by wholesomeness, by goodness, by spirit, by God. And it's like, yo, if shit doesn't work out, we're not doing that. God didn't want that. God had other plans. And I'm not saying that as an excuse when it's just like, oh, well, it didn't happen. God didn't want me to because I was lazy. It's like, no. That's not what that means. It's like when there is just divine intervention. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, for example, when me and Yamamoto did that interview, the first one, God intervened and fucking corrupted the file. Now you can say that that's crazy, whatever. Fine. So be it. But when another grown man and my own grown man and the other fucking grown women in my life tell me it was God, you're not going to tell me otherwise. You're not. I'm a grown man with some fucking common sense and logic. Talking to Yamamoto, he's a grown man with some fucking common sense and logic. We both agreed that's what it was. I talked to my lady, I talked to my mom, I talked to whoever else. They say, yup, I agree. I talked to my homie Sebastian. He's like, yeah, bro, like, sometimes that shit just happens in our favor to help us. God's watching out for you. God's watching out for you guys. It's like running back again. This just might be the fucking whatever you needed in order to make it happen, right? So it's like, dude, can we trust in God's plan, God's timing, and operate with that faith at the forefront of everything, and then move out into life? So it's like, if I'm going into making money, I want it to be through the means and the blessings of God. I don't want my money to come from some grimy, weird shit. I want my money to come from the blessing of God, my daily bread, my abundance that I am allotted, right? And we are all blessed and graced with that. But it's like, are we going to tap into that? And sometimes it's just not the season for that. So for me, it's like over the last couple of years, my blessings from God have been a fucking beatdown. And I appreciate it because I can't move forward and know the people I know with an old, ignorant, hurt, whatever the fuck mindset or attitude or spirit. So as I do my best to talk to God multiple times a day, to pray, to meditate, to really understand and tap in with nature and life and all of that, it's like, all right, I'm able to recontextualize all this for myself and care about money in a healthy way to where it feeds itself. Meaning, if I am out to help a lot of people, make a lot of money, and have the most fun doing it, then why would anybody not want me to succeed? Why would I not want me to succeed? Right? So it's like, dude, if I can do this, if we all can do whatever the fuck we do from a place of service, from a place of faith, from a place of humanity, from a place of selflessness, once we're secure with ourselves, then we're carrying out the Lord's work, God's plan, God's work. So it's like, if we could be great family people who are committed to growing and bettering ourselves, why would the world not want us to have all these blessings? Right? So that's where I'm at, is like, all right, I've made money grimy. I've made money clean. I've done everything in between. Now I'm like, I want to make clean money on the biggest possible scale that I fucking can.
Damn, dude.
Right? So this is me declaring. I am declaring. I'm declaring it. I want and will have a lot of money through the means of helping people, being of service, trusting and following God, and having the most motherfucking fun possible while doing it. You dig? So, you guys, it's really important that we tap into ourselves, nature, God, all of that. Now, a lot of people are triggered by the word God. And that's because there's power behind it. Right? And if you're triggered by the word God, the idea God, I get that there's a whole lot of people on this planet where they had fucked up teachers teaching religion in some wacky fucking ways, and it's incredibly triggering to this demographic of people when you speak on behalf of Jesus or God or faith or anything. Because then when they hear those are trigger words which tie back to childhood trauma. And that really doesn't have anything to do, well, no, maybe I shouldn't say that. That's not the word of God, right? So it's like, okay, the word of God, when we recenter, if you're a spiritual person, if you agree that there's a higher self, if you have angels, if you have protectors, if you, anything like that, it's like Jesus was a man. He wasn't God. He was the Son of God. He was a man, and basically said, we all have God in us. We're all the Son of God. We're all the child of God. And it's like, and if you look at it, yes, he was also a deity and a spiritual master. And like I said, if you look into it, look up the ascended masters. Jesus was only one of many ascended masters. So, and there's many levels to this ascended masters thing. So depending which rabbit hole you go into first, they'll connect, but there's different rabbit holes you can go down, but they do connect when it comes to all this. So it's like, dude, I get if you're triggered by God, Jesus, faith, spirituality, anything like that. I get it. At the same time, it's like my experience of life growing up wasn't a bad one with religion, Jesus, anything, right? It was always a good thing for me. And I got fortunate because it's like I've had people around me and people close to me where they had very bad church experiences in their upbringings or religious experiences, and I don't even want to call it that because it's like religious teachers who are doing not good. And that sucks because it tarnishes the entire point of the message. And it's like if you're teaching tarnished versions of the message, then it's like you're not doing God's work, you're doing the opposite's work. So it's like, yeah, there's going to be some shitty people in the mix of all of it, and there's going to be some really good people in the mix of all of it. And it's like, it's not dependent on the good or the bad, it's just the word is the word, right? So I think it's like, it's funny because it's like I've come across people who are very scarred by religion or church or their upbringing or whatever, or their religious teachings and stuff. And they'll agree with spirituality and this and that and da-da-da. But then as soon as we put it in church terms or Bible terms or biblical terms, I should say, it's like this huge triggering thing. So I'm like, whoa, okay, interesting. Let's dive into this. Let's see what's what. What trigger is a trigger from faith versus how much is it a trigger from trauma, right? And it's like interesting because it's like when we reflect on things and it brings us back to a place of trauma or faith, it's easy to go and pick the trauma version of things because it's comfortable. That's your story. It's valid to you. You've been telling it. Others have validated it to you. But then when it comes to this, your faith and the stuff that's hurt and scarred from before, I'm not saying, oh, convert, do this, do that. I'm not saying any of that shit. I'm just saying it doesn't have to be this bad thing. We can allow the things that hurt us and scarred us when we were little to reteach us in new ways. Like, can we put new light to it? Right? So that's how I see it, is like, all right, well, how can we put new light to it? How can we recreate all this for ourselves and our lives and our family and everything in a way where we are operating from a place of faith, belief, and happiness and abundance, right? And it's like, if you remove any stigma from it, to have faith, I don't get how that's bad by any means. There's people who literally hear that and think that that's this bad thing. And I know that's pretty wacky, and I don't really, I don't really interact with people like that, but I've met them, right? And they think that, oh, if you say the word faith or whatever, then it's like this crazy oh, you don't trust science and blah. It's like, bro, what are you talking about? Like, this has nothing to do with that. Like, it's funny. So it's like you see people come up with like, oh, well, I'll believe in science. It's like, well, why does science even work? Well, because there's some level of faith that has to exist. You say, I think this is the outcome. Let's prove it. That's faith. You're playing in the realm of God and spirituality when you're doing science. So that's why I don't get when people are like, oh, it's science-based. It's like, well, that's also spiritually based because it comes to a point where you can't explain anything. And you have to revert to fucking science. To spirit for that. Or defer to spirit, right? Because it's like science can only go so far until it reaches the realm of spirituality. And even there's elements of things like am I saying that right? Hoson Biggs? The God particle, they're calling it. Now, I don't know enough about this to speak on it fully, but it's like they've said in science that they've gotten evidence of spirituality. So, another way I look at this is like your cell phone signal is a version of faith and spirituality. Like, how the fuck are you listening to me right now? How do you hear me? What is allowing the shit from where I'm sitting right here in my room recording this fucking thing? How did I upload it to some fucking magic thing, and then now it gets sent across all these fucking magic pathways to where anybody can just fucking click it and start listening to what the fuck I'm saying? Like, don't you have faith that the signal's gonna work? That's a level of faith and spirituality. It's like your 4G signal, 5G, whatever the fuck, is a level of faith. You can't see it. You can't hear it. You can't smell it. You can't taste it. You can't feel it. But yet you agree it fucking works. You agree it's there. Right? So it's like, dude, it's so funny that people will believe in a text message, but not God. It's like, what is this whole fucking place you're standing on? Like, where do you think you are? Right? But your text message can fucking send through magic with no God, no spirit, no faith, no tapping into this invisible thing that works. Right? It's like, I don't get how you believe in cell phone signals, but don't believe in like praying. It just doesn't make sense, because to send a fucking text message, you're using these invisible lines of communication to send one communication from here to the other side. That's what prayer is you're sending one communication from here to the other side. It's like, bro, the fuck are we talking about here, right? So it's interesting to think how so many things that are standard to us are the operation of faith. Because at some point, Steve Jobs could only imagine the iPhone. And I guess Steve Wozniak and whoever else helped, right? And at the same time, we all pick it up and use it. But at one point, this was impossible. This was only faith-based. Sending a text message was only faith-based at some point.
Damn, dude.
And now it's real. So, like, that's right? It's like, how did this get real? How? At what point did this physically manifest? And that's pretty fucking crazy. So, yeah. Anyways, you guys, it's been real. Today's a little bit shorter of an episode, I realize, but pancake syrup and butter. This is season 3 and episode 69, and this is the Damn Dude podcast. And you guys, I love you guys, and I appreciate you guys, and a happy New Year and all that good stuff. I know Chinese New Year's coming up pretty soon, which I'm excited for. That's usually like when I feel the energetic or spiritual shift kind of happen. So I'm excited, you guys. I'm excited for this year. I'm excited what we're all going to create. I'm excited for what the fuck's going to crack off, what we're going to create, what type of podcast we're going to do, what type of business will be conducted. Yeah, I've been working on getting my car fixed. I've been working on going to school and getting registered and all that, which has been a pain in the fucking ass. Honestly, I've been calling the school for like several days now to schedule a tour and all this, and they just will not answer the phone. My guess is that they're still on vacation and stuff. So yeah, it is what it is. Anyways, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Down to Mexico. Hope you guys do something fun today. Something cool. Think I'm gonna go exercise. Go buy a car part. Try and work on my car. Work on a few other things today. Not the hill, and the last one's a pistol, and it's gonna be me and you.
Damn, dude.
Damn, dude.
You guys, please be sure to tell a friend, 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 to tell your best friends, cousins, uncles. tequila manufacturing uncle down in Acapulco about the Damn Dude podcast because his best friend named Sergio happened to run across the cast of The Fast and the Furious, the first one, and told them to jump a pink S2K over a bridge, smash the front end, and pretend it never happened. And that person really needs the Damn Dude podcast. So please be sure to share and tell and like and subscribe and all those internet words that people say when you fucking wrap up recording something. Otherwise, if not, then it's all fucking good because it is what it is. I don't do this for that anyways. It's just a bonus. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Have a beautiful motherfucking day. Much love. Peace.
Damn, dude.
Damn, dude.